Hey everybody, it's Jason from the Texas Gun Vault 2, and I'm coming to you today with a video that honestly I wasn't expecting to make, because normally I save any commentary I have on comments that I get on either of my channels, the main channel or this channel, and I save them for kind of a funny segment on the weekends where I share with you all the ignorant, stupid, mean comments that I get throughout the week, and I kind of laugh at them and chortle about them, and we have some fun. However, there was a comment that I got last night, apparently like in the middle of the night, I guess, and I woke up and I saw it, and it's not that it got under my skin, but I kind of thought, man, if this is what I think it is, it's a masterclass in being a jerk, having bad customer service, and not understanding the firearms industry, and maybe being a little bit on the arrogant side. And I wanted to share it with you. I do want to give a caveat about this, though, because people can hide on the internet behind a keyboard. You know, I can go online and I can make a profile that says I'm Elon Musk, and obviously I am not Elon Musk, right? So you can have spoof accounts or accounts where you claim you're somebody else or whatever. So I'm going to assume, however, that this person works for the company Fowler Industries. I don't know who the person is, but they claim to have very specific information on the exact pistol that I reviewed. Their name is Fowler Industries, and they do use the Fowler Industries logo. Now, normally, if you're going to spoof an account or do something, you don't go to this length. Now, does that mean this isn't just somebody who maybe owns a Fowler Industries pistol and is very sad and upset that I had a negative review on this pistol, which I'll talk about in just a moment, and just wants to defend their purchase? Because this happens all the time. You know, let's just say I review a Ruger, a Ruger pistol, and for me, it doesn't shoot well, or I don't like how it fits in my hand. Maybe it's too small. I got larger hands. And people that are emotionally and financially invested in that firearm because they only have one or two firearms and they love it, and their brother told them it's the best gun ever, and maybe they watched a Hickok 45 video and he's out there on the range and they feel like, that's granddad, he's telling me this is the greatest gun ever, and they go out and buy the gun, and whether or not it shoots well or not, they feel invested in that gun. And so they'll come on my channel and tell me how wrong I am, how I'm an idiot, and then they often say the one phrase that just gets me going, okay? And I'll go ahead and tell you what my pet peeve is, because I kind of feel like I'm Marty McFly in Back to the Future. You know, every time somebody told him, what are you, chicken? It like, all the, brain cells like immediately ignited, right? And then he'll make an irrational decision. And maybe that's what this video is, because this person said the one thing that ticks me off more than anything else, and that is go train. Because I don't think that training is the problem, and I feel that people think that training, or that training is everything, really miss the boat on firearms. Because, when I review firearms, I definitely find that when it comes to a gun's shootability and accuracy, for me, falls into a bell curve. Most of the guns that I review, I feel have practical range or duty accuracy is what I refer to it as. Typically, I'm going to get it close to the center of the target. I'm going to group the gun pretty well. It might not be a tack driver, but definitely functional for having fun at the range, for self-defense, for home defense, works perfectly fine. Then, on the lower end of the spectrum, I have guns that I can't shoot well at all. I mean, I'll put them, I'll do a bench rest test. I'll shoot them at 5 yards, 10 yards, 15 yards. I just can't shoot the gun well. Does it mean the gun is inaccurate? Well, maybe not. Maybe it doesn't fit my hand well or whatever, but I try to document my experiences for you, and I try to be as unbiased as I can. And in the case of Fowler Industries that we're going to talk about in a second, I have no horse in this race. I had never heard of Fowler Industries before. I don't know of anybody that works for Fowler Industries. I don't even know where Fowler Industries is located. It's just a gun that was lent to the channel for review. And it's a 2011 style pistol. And I have reviewed other 2011 style pistols in the past, like from Nighthawk Custom or Terran Tactical or the like. And these guns were tack drivers. Talking about that bell curve, I have some that I just shoot absolutely horrible. But then on the other side of the spectrum, I'll have those, select guns that make me look like a better shot than I actually am. And I actually mentioned this in the range report. Like, there are sometimes I will shoot a gun and it looks like I am a pro. So what does that mean? Does it mean the gun is more accurate, or does it mean the gun fits my hand better? It could be a lot of variables, just like it is with any human being, because we're all different. We all have different shapes and sizes of hands. We all have different strengths when it comes to our abilities as a shooter, our eyesight, and so forth. Just so many variables, okay? And so, but I still have this general bell curve, and I try to be honest with people and take any biases that I may have out of the equation. If I shoot at Kel-Tec, which you guys know I don't like Kel-Tec, I think they're pieces of junk, but if I shoot a Kel-Tec really well, I'm going to say, this thing's a tack driver. It makes me look like a better shot than I actually am. I have no qualms in telling you that. I have no horse in the race. I just want to give people my thoughts and opinions and experiences, and then you can take that data and do with it whatever it is you want to do with it. You can look at me and go, well, he's a completely different type of person and shooter than I am, and it doesn't work for him, but the things he complains about are the things I love. Maybe that's the gun for me. Okay, so let's get to this review. And as I said, I will put a link to this review in the description below or the comment section below, so go check it out if you're interested. Now, when it comes to 2011 pistols, these are guns that are designed typically for competition and accuracy. And I would say that most of the 1911s that I have reviewed fall into the upper end of the bell curve, or are those really special guns that make me look like a way better shot than I actually am. And I have done a lot of shooting, and I hope that you guys have seen enough of my range reports where you can see this bell curve, but also see that I'm not that bad of a shot. Now, am I Jerry Michalek? No. Am I 22 Plinkster? No. I am an average gun guy, and I produce content from the perspective of an average gun guy for average gun guys, or gals, you know, people in general. So that's my perspective. So when people say, you need to go train, it just shows arrogance. They want to be gatekeepers in the community, and they always think that because you don't shoot a gun well, therefore you're lacking skills. And I don't believe that's the case, because if that was the case, why would expert shooters only shoot certain types of pistols? Why do they even care about the guns that they carry? Because they train all the time. It shouldn't matter if you shoot a Glock 19 or you shoot a Terran Tactical Combat Master, right? If you've trained, it doesn't matter. But guess what? The gun does matter. But anyway, getting back to this range report, and I'm coming back full circle here. This was probably the most inaccurate 2011 pistol I'd ever shot. Now, in that range report, I talk about how the gun seems to be well built, well designed. I didn't say anything disparaging about the company, the people that make the gun, the people that own the company, any of that. I just pretty much said, and go watch the range report, this gun was inaccurate for me. Now, you can compare my shooting in that video to when I reviewed a Terran Tactical or a Staccato or a Nighthawk Custom, just to name a few. And you will see that I shoot those other pistols pretty darn well. And in the case of, I think the Terran Tactical, like, it was grouping amazingly. So if I shoot the Fowler Industries the same way, with the same grip, the same attention to detail, the same shooting style, and my groups are wildly all over the place, I typically, knowing myself, go, there's something about this gun that just doesn't work. For me, accuracy-wise. Now, it could be me, as I said. Maybe the grip texture or something, the angle, a little bit different than what I'm used to, and I don't even notice it. That could be it. Or the gun could be inaccurate, but I share those results with you. But I'm unbiased. I don't hate Fowler Industries. But I got a comment, and it's from somebody claiming very specific knowledge about the exact pistol that I shot in that review. And I did a little bit of digging. Now, as I said, can somebody fake who they are online? Yes. But for me, somebody trying to defend their buying choice by creating a false account and making up a story, knowing that I can verify this story, is kind of silly. Most of the time when I make people mad because I give a gun a negative review, they might tell me to, as somebody said in last week's kind of funny, mean comments video, to go pound salt, which I think he meant pound sand. But they'll say something like that. Tell me to go F off, okay? They don't like it. They'll tell me how stupid I am or go train, whatever. But anyway, this person, if they're fake, they did a pretty good job of faking it because they used at Fowler Industries at 7252, and they used the Fowler Industries logo. So I'm not sure if this is the official Fowler Industries account or if this is somebody that works for Fowler Industries in the capacity as a representative or just an employee. I don't know. But they claim very specific information wanting to defend this pistol. So I want to show you this comment right now. So at Fowler Industries 7252 said, for the record, this same V9 came back to us for warranty repair due to accuracy issues. And he puts that in quotes. I personally shot this pistol to verify said issues, and that's also in quotes. 5 shots under 1 inch at 25 yards. I don't call that an issue. Seek training. All right, so this person saying and claiming that they work for Fowler Industries by the name of their, YouTube channel or their handle, and then, of course, the logo that they use. And they even claim that they shot this very pistol, that the owner of this pistol sent it back to them to get it looked at after my review. Well, I contacted the person that lent this gun to my channel. His name is D, and you guys know he has lent a lot of guns to my channel. So I can easily just text him and go, hey D, did you send this gun back to Fowler Industries for repair or to discuss accuracy issues after my review? And his response was no. Now, I didn't tell him that I got this comment before asking him. He just said, no, I didn't. Now, in the past, he has sent things back, and after I review things, we'll change things if I talk about something that maybe he agrees with. But he did not send this gun back, and he is the owner of this pistol. So, if this person that made the comment claims to have shot this pistol, he did not. So that tells me he's lying. Okay, so we do have a couple of possibilities here. Option 1. This is not somebody that works for Fowler Industries in any capacity, created a spoof account, and wants to defend maybe their choice of buying a Fowler Industries V9, and they might shoot it great. I actually think this is a very low probability. As I said, normally when people disagree with me on a range report, even if they tell me to F off, at least they use their own names and they don't create a fake account. They'll just tell me to F off and say, you're an idiot and so forth, you're a moron, go get training. You know, that's 99.9% of the time. So is it a possibility? The answer is yes, it is. However, my gut tells me this is either somebody that works for the company or is a representative of this company or is the owner of this company. Now, I do not know how many people work for this company. I don't even know where they exist, where they operate out of. No idea. I have no qualms with them. I've never had any issues or run-ins with them. The only time I've ever thought about this company is during this review. And I said nothing negative about them as people or a company. But this person lied. So I'm going to assume that this person actually works for the company in some capacity. And they got a pistol in, maybe multiple pistols, of people claiming they had accuracy issues. But guess what? It was not the one that I reviewed. So obviously there are other Fowler V9s out there that are having accuracy issues that are being sent back to the shop for issues. Now, what are those issues? I have no idea. Is there an issue with them? I have no idea. But this person obviously was not happy with my video, and instead of maybe emailing me, asking for more information and being polite about it, where I am always open to having a nice discussion with people, because as I said, I want every gun company to succeed. I really do. I want the Second Amendment to be strong, and I want gun companies to be coming out with new and innovative products that people want. That's what I really want, or that's what I really want to see here in our community. But instead of emailing me, or they could have said a nice comment like saying something like, we're sorry that you had this issue with this pistol. Would you mind contacting us, if they didn't know my email address, which by the way is texasgunvault@gmail.com. would you mind either, messaging us, let us know, we want to talk to you about this and discuss what occurred. Because I understand if I do a negative review on a firearm, okay, I understand that if a company might take that and go, okay, bad press, we want to get on top of this, let's fix this. And companies in the past have done that. North Star Arms did that for me when it came to an AR. So did Shytac when I reviewed one of their AR-15s. And they just messaged me, go, hey, we're sorry that you had this issue. B&T did the same thing as well. They reached out to me and said, hey, we're so sorry that your GHM9 had this out of battery, or what I thought at the time was an out of battery detonation. This is what we think it is. Would you mind sending it in to us? We would like to investigate this and fix it, of course. And of course, they would say, hey, if we can make this right, would you make a positive video on what happened, explain what happened? Of course, if a company wants to make something right, yeah, I'm all about that. And obviously Fowler Industries, or whoever this person is, this person, as I said, just might be an employee, might not be an official representative in any capacity, obviously does not want to do that. They just want to be antagonizing and say the seek training. But let me ask you a question once again. How can I shoot a Fowler Industries V9 and a Staccato back to back? And the Staccato is a tack driver that I put rounds through the same holes in, and then the Fowler Industries is like a shotgun pattern. I shot them back to back on the same range trip using the same ammunition, and one is a tack driver, one's not. As I said, there's a lot of variables out there that could have created this, right? It could be me, the gun, the innate accuracy of the pistol, the grip texture, whatever it is, right? There's so many variables, but I document my experiences. But this is the kind of stuff that I have to put up with. I'm just a little tiny YouTuber. I don't do this for a living. My main channel, I mean, yeah, granted, I probably, if YouTube wouldn't have, struck my channel when they did like the big Second Amendment channel purge about 2 years ago, or about a year and a half ago, I guess, I'd probably be up around the 60,000, 75,000, maybe 100,000 view mark by now, but I'm not, right? I had to restart the whole thing. So I'm just small of potatoes, and I'm not doing this for a living. I don't want to do it for a living. I'm just somebody that's passionate about sharing my experiences and knowledge with the firearms community. And I think my niche is I'm an average gun guy making average gun content for average gun owners. It's really easy to go watch the big channels that I'm not going to call them shills, but there are channels out there that I've told you in the past that I don't trust, because if they only give positive reviews of firearms, it tells me they are either, okay, I'm going to use this word, I don't like to use this word, but they're a shill, or they're always doing something positive because they know that, because they do it for a living, they want to make sure that they stay in the good graces of gun companies. If they do have a negative experience with a gun, they won't put out that negative review. Or they will make a positive review on a gun that's not shooting well for them because they want to continue to get the money, get the guns, get the ammo for free, put out content and entertainment. Okay, it's capitalism, I understand that. But if someone like Hickok 45 only has positive interactions with firearms, it makes me question, because when I go to the range, sure, 95% of the guns I shoot, positive. But 5%, terrible experiences. And I document it, right? There is no way that you have 100% reliability and awesomeness with every firearm. That is just not the way it works, because when you start to shoot as many guns as I have, or as those other reviewers have, you're going to run into problems. So I don't trust those other channels. So I try to produce content from a very different perspective, because I don't think the average gun person that may own 1 or 2 guns, or they're just getting into firearms and they're looking at, and their whole budget is not going to buy a Staccato or go to buy a Terran Tactical. They got $400 to go buy a gun. And they're like, well, should I go buy the Ruger LCP or the Glock 43X? That's their budget, and that is it. I mean, and maybe the Glock 43X is on the top tier of what they can afford, So I want to produce content from that perspective. And I produce content of a wide range of firearms. but I want to do it from somebody that goes, I'm not Grand Thumb. I'm not, the guy with the big deep voice and charismatic and out running around with plate carriers and night vision on, because most gun owners aren't doing that, right? They're not that way. They're not Robski from the AK-47 Operators Union doing pull-ups in a tree with his AK to show how strong the magazine and the magwell are. They're not doing that in real life. They just want to know, is this gun that I'm looking at buying either for a collective, purpose, like for a personal collection, or maybe for home defense, or just some range fun time. What does an average gun guy who's like me think about this gun? Because that's how I'm going to enjoy it. That's my niche. That's what I want to create. And so when these people are arrogant and like, you need to go seek training, well, you obviously haven't watched my other videos. Now, if that was the only video that I ever created, well, okay, maybe, but definitely not. There's no reason why other guns that are same model or same style gun, 2011 style of pistol, I shoot like a tack driver, and that one I don't. So I wanted to point this out because I feel like this is a masterclass in how to be a jerk, how to be ignorant, because you can get called out as a liar, and also how to, I guess, negatively ingratiate yourself to the firearms community. Now, as I said, I'm an unbiased person. I don't even think about Fowler Industries. I could care less. But now, this has put Fowler Industries on my radar. And if I ever get the chance to review another Fowler Industries, I'm probably going to be pretty darn biased now. If I ever see one in a gun store, if somebody asks me, hey, Jason, what do you think about Fowler Industries? I'm going to go, I wouldn't buy from them. The people that work for them are jerks. They're elitist. I don't want to be a part of that. I'm not going to fund them. But these people, because they exist, and I know people in the firearms industry, I know good people, I know bad people. And by bad people, I don't mean like they're breaking the law. I mean they're very arrogant. It's very easy to become a hotshot, a big guy in your industry. And the firearms world is very small, from the manufacturers and content creators world. It may seem like it's really big. Obviously, there's millions and millions and millions and millions of gun owners. But the people that work in the firearms industry is very small, and they get these big egos in this small world. It's like this big fish in a small pond mentality. And I hate that. I absolutely hate that. The people I know in the gun industry that are super down to earth are the ones that I absolutely love to hear from and work with. Like, for example, Carl Brugger at B&T, the owner and founder of B&T. He is the most down-to-earth and humble human being I have ever met. It's amazing. Like, in the past, I've messaged him before, like wishing him happy holidays and so forth, and he'll like send me a picture of him hanging out with his mom. He's like, yeah, we're just out here cooking. That's it. He doesn't come across as an arrogant jerk. If somebody doesn't shoot his guns well, he doesn't say, go get more training. He doesn't do any of that crap, right? He's just honestly, I kind of feel like he's us. He's an average gun guy. Those are the people I like in the firearms world, and I have met a ton of people in the firearms world. But then there's the other people that honestly, I mean, I don't tell them to their face or anything, and I just think this stuff, and I'm not going to tell you who or whatever. But I meet them. I'm like, these guys are jerks. They're elitist jerks because they're hot shots. They're big fish in a small pond. But in the grand scheme of things, it's nothing. And this person, I bet you, fits that description very well. So I just want to put that out there. If you've been looking at a Fowler Industries, maybe it's the perfect gun for you. And I want you guys to go watch my video. You guys can make your own decisions. Is it me? Do I need to go get more training? Or does it just not shoot well for me? And maybe the gun's inaccurate compared to, let's say, a Terran Tactical, which I shoot exceptionally well. Or a Staccato that I shoot exceptionally well. Or a Nighthawk Custom that I shoot exceptionally well. When I made that video, as I said, I don't know. I have no horse in that race, and I want every gun to perform well. Every gun. I go there because I want to look good myself. Don't get me wrong, Do I want to look like I'm a hot shot? Of course I do. But when a gun doesn't shoot well, I'm like, well, this is the way it performed. Well, I tell you guys what happened, right? I don't hide it from you. I'm unbiased. So take that for what it's worth. And I wanted to share this comment with you because it does make me very sad. And as I said, It's one of three things. Either it's a person that's just upset that I reviewed a gun that they personally own and they had to create a spoof account, which I put the probability of that very low. Then there's the chance that this is just a person that works for the company, is not like a boss, a representative, a media person, or the owner, or any of that. And they're just, wanting to be a hotshot, blah, blah, blah. Or it actually is an official person from an official account at Fowler Industries. And if that's the case, that's really, really, really sad in my opinion, because there's more professional ways of handling this. So anyway, that is what I wanted to talk about today. So tell me what you think in the comment section below. And I know there's going to be some people that are going to say, you can't let these comments bother you. Normally, I don't let them bother me. I just, save the best ones for the weekend. But this one looks like it's an industry comment, and they did it the wrong way. And not that I expect them to ever even reach out to me. I don't care. I'm small potatoes, right? I'm small potatoes. I'm a nobody. But if you are going to do that, do it the right way. Just be a good person. But this person obviously couldn't. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. We're not going to have a word of the day today because this is kind of a serious video. But please tell me what you think. And tomorrow I have another great topic to talk about when it comes to what I think are undercover law enforcement officials trying to entrap or ensnare firearms content creators, because there's been a few things that have popped up that are obviously, in my opinion, one of these things. And I want to share those stories with you, but not for this video. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. And do you know anything about Fowler Industries? Do you have one of their firearms? What do you think about this comment? Did they do it the right way or the wrong way? If I'm wrong, tell me why. But do it in a respectful way. Let's have a good dialogue. So, as always, thanks for watching.